आपदा जो मन खो जा आपदा जो मुझसे बुरा न होए. The doha is saying, the beautiful doha to start this morning's puja. It is saying, I went on search for a bad person. Bura jo dekha na main chala, bura na miliya koi, but I didn't see any bad person. Jo mana khoja apna. But when I searched, जब मैं कहता हूँ कि बहुत loud है. When I searched my mind, I found. Is that hearing? You okay? Okay. When I searched my mind, I found no worse a person than myself. This is the theme of this morning's puja or prayer or whatever. It says, I say it again because it's so important for all of us to understand this. Bura jo dekha na main chala, bura na milaya koi. I went to seek a very bad person. I looked, but I couldn't find any bad person. Then, jo mana khoja apna. But when I searched my mind, mujhse bura na koi. There's no one nastier than me. And for us to get that feeling that there is no one in this world who is nasty, there's no one in this world who is bad more than myself, it is so important to understand that which is, if you can live that life, you will live a life of peace. But whenever you think that, you know what, I am always better than the other person, I have better understanding than the other person, it means we do not have what is known as vivek. Vivek means discrimination. And in Ramcharitmanas, Bhagwan Ram is saying to Vibhishan, Bala viveka dhamma parahita kore, balaya viveka dhamma parahita kore, chama kripa samadara jujore. Dhamma parahita kore, chama kripa savatara jujore. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Balaya viveka dhamma parahita kore, balaya viveka dhamma parahita kore, chama kripa samatara jujore. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Isha bhajano Sarathi Sujana, Isha bhajano Sarathaye Sujana, Virate Charma Sarto कृपादा
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama
Sitaram 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 Sitaram
Sitaram Sitaram Sitaram Sitaram
And one thing to remember, जो जाता है, जो आता है, वो जाता है, तो शोक क्यों करते हैं? जो आता है, who has come, जो आता है, वो जाता है. Who has come will,
Have to go.
why cry? Shock means sorrow. Why sorrow? So when you have when the gray hairs come upon you, for those of us who don't dye them, when the gray hairs come upon you, Jamdut, Yamraj is, Yamraj, the Lord of Death, is telling you, prepare. As the hairs are getting grayer, and you have to use more dye to make it black, you have to tell yourself, while you're blacking it, that, you know what, this is reminding me the end is coming nigh. And this is why we have to have Vivek. Bhagwan Ram is telling Vibhishan, see, Ravan came with a huge chariot to fight Sri Ram. Huge chariot and all sorts of missiles and everything. And Vibhishan saw Lord Rama. He had no shoes on his feet even, bare feet. Bare feet, no chariot, no horses. Then Vibhishan said unto Sri Ram, how are you going to fight this gentleman who has conquered even the planets? Ravan had conquered all the planets. Ravan was a very powerful individual. That Sri Ram told him, Bala Vivek, what you have to get your strength will reside in how you see this world and how you discriminate between yourself and others. And if you can understand what Kabir just said, that you look for dirt and nastiness in every other person, let us take the mirror and look at the mirror, and you will see where the dirt and nastiness resides. So, in this age of Kali Yuga, we must try to get this Vivek, then you will really understand what Hinduism is. Hinduism is not worshipping many gods or all these things. These are all pathways for us to understand that I am Brahman. Brahman means, I don't want to go into much of deep philosophy here, but Brahman means you are part of that Lord, that Creator, who has no form or name. Who has no name or form. All of us are told in other religions, they have God that has no form and no name. Is that true? There's some religion, there's no picture of a God because there's no God. There's no God that you can see. In the Islamic, Judaism, Christianity religion, because Christ always says he is the Son of God. That God, the Father who art in heaven, you don't see any picture of him. You don't see any form of him. So these are the things that when the Christians go to convert Hindus or other religion, when they go to convert Hindus, They say, your God has this form, your God has. Hindus have the God that has absolutely no form, and he is known as Brahman. That Brahman, when you want to know who he is, so you ask, where can I find that Brahman? Where can you find that Brahman? He said, within you. It's nowhere else. There's no heaven. There's no hell. The Brahman is within you, and you got to find that. How can we find that? And that's the formula I'm going to give to you today. When you go to school, you get a formula, and you try to use that formula to understand the problem. So our problem is, how can we find Brahman? And here is the formula. The problem is, why we can't find Brahman is because we have an impure mind, we have a restless mind, and we have an ignorant mind. 3 things. Our problems, why we can't find that Brahman, because our mind is impure. That impure mind we have to get rid of. The solution to get rid of the impure mind is to have a pure mind. And how you have a pure mind is to do good karma. And when you do good, does this look like going back to school? Karma, when you do karma, when you do anything that is good to help people, you never reflect on it. You never think about it again. You do it, you forget it, and you go ahead. Can we ask that lady whose child it is? Why do I have to always get up and talk? Yes. So the problem is an impure mind. The solution is a pure mind. And how to do it? Do good karma. Unfortunately, whenever we do any good karma, we want to have praises from everybody. We want people to praise us. We want people to say, oh, what a great guy you are. Had it not been for you, this temple would not have been, And we feel, see, I'm better than that other person. He has not built a temple. This abhiman, this ego gets into us. And whatever little good we do, it's erased. It's not totally erased. You will get some benefit from it. But to get a total benefit and to get the benefit to make your impure mind pure, every karma that you do, you have to try to forget it. And carry on. Carry on and do more and more. Second problem why we can't find that Brahman is a restless mind. That second problem? Restless mind. Our mind is always thinking, as we said, the mind is the
Devil's workshop.
Right. You all are better than me. You all know all these things. The mind is a devil's workshop. And whenever you go to sit to meditate, your thoughts go away. Is that true? Your thoughts don't go away. Thoughts enter into you. Thoughts enter into you, and you just forget what you were going to do. And for us, so the solution for that is focus, 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 ekagrata, focus, one-pointedness. And the method to do that, the method to cure the restless mind is nothing but meditation. And when you meditate, when you start to meditate, your mind will not become restful. It will still be restless. It'll take you years. That is why people, they do it 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, and they say, you know what? This mind I can't control this mind. I give up. No. Why you can't control the mind? It is totally dependent upon all your past action, your past lives. All this will allow the mind to become restless. And it takes a lot of time to focus. When you focus, you can get the restless mind under control. But it takes a long, years. Years it takes. Do you know that saints and sages, they practice for years. For years they practice. Yet they can't get self-realization. Yet they can't get it. Years. That is when Bali was struck by Sri Ram. Bhagwan Ram asked him, do you want me to enliven you? I can do it. And Bali said that people have been worshiping you for eons and they can't get to you. You are right in front of me. Why do I want to have this body anymore? And this is how Bali gave up his life. So meditation. We do a little bit of meditation here, but this is not enough for us to get to that peak where that restless mind is cured. The last problem, as a matter of fact, this should be the first problem, is the ignorant mind. Ignorance. So how do we, what's the solution for ignorance mind? Knowledge. Knowledge comes when you surrender. When you surrender to your master, when you surrender to the Lord, when you surrender to someone who could, you have to surrender to them. And when you surrender to them, knowledge will come to you easy. You know, you must not be like the fellow who is going to ask the guru a question. But when he's asking the question, he knows the answer. You know, many people are like that.
Yes, you.
They ask the question, but they know the answer. So what do they do? Testing the guru. You can't go with that kind of... You will never get anywhere with that. You will never get any knowledge like that. You have to go with surrender, with a surrendering vow, with an attitude of surrender. And when you go with the attitude of surrender, you will see how the blessings of the guru will come to you. Whether it's music, you know, two boys went to the guru to be taught tabla. So the guru asked one fellow, he said, have you been playing tabla? He says, yes. He said, how long? He said, 2 years. He said, play a little bit, let me hear. He plays. Okay. You will have to pay me 20,000 rupees for me to train you. So the other boy went, he asked him, have you been to a guru to learn to play tabla? He said, no, Guruji. He said, well, you will only have to pay 5,000 rupees. So the fellow who was asked to pay 20,000 rupees obviously will ask the Guruji, how come you're charging this boy 5,000 rupees and you're charging me 20,000 rupees? He says, because I have to teach you to unlearn what you learned before and then start back again. Whereas this guy is fresh, it's easier to teach him. So surrender is so important. And the methodology to cure that ignorant mind is Shravanam. Shravanam is listening. Mananam. Mananam is reflection. And Nididhyasana, to meditate to the feet of the Lord and see what He can help you to get that ignorant mind clean. It's not easy. This, what I'm talking to you, is very dry. I know it is dry because you want to hear a story and you want to hear, but this is what you should know. This is very important that we should know that Hindus only have, their God is Brahman, and you can get to that Brahman, you can understand that Brahman, you come here, you see Lord Shiva, and you worship Him and so forth, and okay, then the Panditji said, let's go to Mother Durga. After Mother Durga, he said, let's go to Bhagwan Vishnu, we go to Rama, Krishna. If you don't understand the methodology of this, you get very confused. If you were not brought up in a home, in a Hindu home, you get ultra confused. This is why this knowledge is important for you all to understand that Hindus, the God of the Hindus is Brahman. And it is not that you can't find him. You can find him. But what prevents us from finding him is our ignorance, our restless mind, and our impure mind. And the methodology to overcome the impure mind, the restless mind, and the ignorant mind is through karma yoga, through meditation, through shravanam, and then you'll be able to Bura jode kanamai chalam Bura na miliya koi Jo man khoja apna To mujhse bura na hoy. Then you will find that I am going to look for I am going to look for a nasty person. Then you will find the nasty person is me, you yourself. There's no other nasty person outside. And when you find that within you, then you will know, Dukha me sab sumran kare, Sukha me kare na koi, Jo sukha me sumran kare, Dukha kahe ko
Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Ram Ram, Bolo Ram, Ram Ram, Bolo Ram, Ram Ram, Bolo Ram, Ram Ram.
Now remember, जो आता है सो वो जाता है अब शोक क्यों मनाते हैं? Who has come, they will have to go. Why we sorrow? But we sorrow because we have our own attachments. And we must always be as pure as Lord Sri Ram was with his brother Bharat. Bharat, you know, when you can get rid of this, why do you change it for, sir? When you can get rid of your impure mind, when you can get rid of the restless mind, a love will enter into your heart. That love will be so great that even those people who hate you, you have no hate for them. When that impure mind, this is very important, this three thing here. This impure mind, the restless mind, and the ignorant mind, when you can get rid of that, then you will develop a love that is so pure. You know, Sri Ram was going to the jungle. He went to do a puja. While he was going to the Ganga, he did some Ganga puja. So the Panditji is reading the Sankalpa. And when he reading the Sankalpa, he is saying, Bharata Khande, Aryavatata, that's just part of the Sankalpa, Bharat. So when he called Bharat, Sri Ram went into Samadhi because he was remembering his brother Bharat. When so much love Bharat had for Sri Ram had for Bharat, and when the Lord came to the jungle, he walked and came into the jungle, he asked Bandevi. Bandevi is a Devi who looks after the jungle. He said, Bandevi, I want you to take out all the thorns in the path that I had traveled on. Not that I am traveling on, that I had traveled on, remove all the thorns. So she said, why you want to do that? You've already walked. You're not going to go back there. He says, no, I am not going to go back there. But when my brother, Bharat, come to see me, I don't want one piece of thorn to go into his foot. Because this is what is called love. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is called pure love. You don't find that love in culture. Your brothers will love you temporarily. They love you. But as soon as the test comes, they shirk and they go away. happens to everybody. No one is exempted from this. Brother's love is difficult to find, or sister love. I'm talking about generic here, brother and sister. You have to have that purity of heart before that kind of love can exist. If you don't have that purity of heart, that kind of love does not exist. Where he asked the queen of the jungle to remove all the thorns so that when his brother come to look for him, not a thorn must come into his leg. You know, when Ravan had abducted Mother Sita, his wife, who was his wife? What was his wife's name?
I don't remember.
You don't know? You sing so much bhajan, you don't know what?
I don't sing but Ravan.
Mandodari.
Mandodari. Now this Mandodari, is there share? No, not this one here. Mandodari. Mandodari said to Ravan, you have so much of magical powers. Why don't you take the form of Shri Ram? ये कथा सुना क्या हुआ?
आई करो उनको करो माँ को जब उसने
तो क्या हुआ?
काम नहीं है
हाँ?
काम नहीं हो
No.
धूप का ग्रास का दूध
आपको आप सुनो अब. So when Mandodari went to Ravan, said, Ravan, you have so many magical powers. Make yourself like Sri Ram and go to Mother Sita. And when she see you as Sri Ram, she will go with you. Is that right? When Ravan told Mandodari, you think this is the first time you think you are telling me that I will think about it? I thought about this 6 times already. And every time I converted myself to Sri Ram, I see her as the Lakshmi of the world. I see her the mother of the world. And I cannot go to her to abduct her. Because when I convert myself, this is the love that existed between Sri Ram and Mother Sita. Those love come to us. Only very few people in this world have that kind of love. Very few. Very, very few people. The love is so pure. Pure love, which they want nothing from you. Zindagi ka safar hai ye kya aisa safar koi samjha nahi कोई जाना नहीं जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं For those of us who don't understand the Hindi, Zindagi ka safar, the journey of life. Hey, ye kaisa safar. What kind of a journey it is? Koi samjha nahi. No one has understand that. Koi jana nahi. No one can comprehend this journey of life. So let's all sing together. अंग्रेजी में नहीं है जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर, कोई समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं। जिंदगी को बहुत प्यार हमने दिया, मौत से भी मोहब्बत निभाएंगे हम। जिंदगी को बहुत प्यार हमने दिया, मौत से भी मोहब्बत निभाएंगे हम। रोते रोते ज़माने में आए मगर हंसते हंसते ज़माने से जाएंगे हम। जाएंगे पर किधर है किसी ये खबर, कोई समझा नहीं,
कोई सहारा नहीं। जिंदगी का सफर
कोई समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं।
ऐसे जीवन भी है जो जिए ही नहीं, जिनको जीने से पहले ये मौत आ गए। फूल ऐसे भी है जो खिले है नहीं, जिनको खिलने से पहले फिजा क्या गए। हर परेशान नजर थक गए चार घर, कोई
समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं। जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर,
look at the translation, how
कोई
beautiful it is.
समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं।
है परेशान नजर थक गए चार घर, कोई समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं। जिंदगी
का सफर है ये कैसा सफर, कोई समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
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 राम 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 सीता राम
Shri
Oh,
Radhe,
Shri Radhe, Prema Agare Shri Radhe.
Shri Radhe, Shri Radhe, Prema Agare Shri Radhe.
Bolo Radha Ramana, Radha Ramana. Bolo
Radha Ramana, Radha Ramana, Gopi Jana Jivana, Radha Ramana,
Bolo Gopi Jana Jivana.
Radha Ramana,
Oh, Gopi Jana Jivana. Oh, Radha Ramana, Radha Ramana.
Gopi Jana Jivana, Radha Ramana,
Bolo Radha Ramana, Radha Ramana.
Gopi Jana Jivana, Radha Ramana.
Bolo Shri Radhe. it fills up the air sacs and it gives us a liver-like appearance. That's why it's called hepatization, because hepatic means liver. So red hepatization, it means the lung is now solid. So when the doctor goes to listen with his stethoscope, if his stethoscope is working, and you have to assume it's working, because you don't know, he listens, and he would not hear any air there, because there's no air can go in there. It's all solid. I don't want to grade hepatization, but all that, and then it takes 8 days to 3 weeks to resolve. You get antibiotics, but antibiotics are not very good to use. But in this case, when you get pneumonia, and especially if it's a bad pneumonia, except if it's a viral pneumonia, and we don't have that here today, a viral pneumonia, you can go back and do where those x-rays are. Is a viral pneumonia. You see that bronchopneumonia there? That one, the bronchopneumonia, that was going to be the viral pneumonia. The viral pneumonia does not look like lobar. Viral pneumonia you get after influenza. Have you all ever heard of people just get influenza, they go to the hospital and they die? Either it's atypical pneumonia or broncho. And you know what? There's nothing you can do about this. Absolutely nothing you can do about this. Absolutely nothing. When you go bronchopneumonia or atypical pneumonia, nothing you can do about it. But you can put them on, you can intubate them, let the machine breathe for them, do all of that. But eventually, some of them will die. Some of those lungs which are so bad, if the patient is not overtly ill, they can do lung transplants on them, but that is very rare. Because with atypical pneumonia or viral pneumonia, that is where when your child is sick, go to the doctor. Not all doctor will, unless they get an x-ray, they will not be able to detect that you have viral pneumonia. Okay? So I think this is how can you combat this? How can you prevent this? We'll talk about this next time, not next week, next time. Next time. And that, how to prevent that is what they call, what? Vaccine. Have you heard of vaccine? Pneumococcal vaccine? No? Have you all had it?
We're all vaccinated out. We're all vaccinated out with COVID and all this stuff.
Yeah, COVID vaccine is one vaccine. This is a different. But the people who should definitely get pneumococcal vaccines, usually children or people who are debilitated, meaning they have lots of other disease processes in their body, like diabetes, hypertension. They're sick with some other autoimmune disease. They should have this infection. One,
Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopal Radhe Govinda Gopala Gopal Radhe Govinda Krishna Madhusudana Krishna Madhusudana Madhusudana Krishna
Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Gopala, Govinda Gopala, Gopala, Bhajavana Govinda Gopala, Bhajavana Govinda Gopala. Sing a short one, short one. Before he sings, you know, if you have a motor car, it costs, well, let's say, $60,000-$70,000 for a car. Drive nice. Is that true? One flat tire. If you have one flat tire, the car can't go. Is that true? Can it go? Can't go. The brakes not working. Can't go. Clutch not working. Well, we got clutch no more. Clutches, the clutches. Long time story. In other words, this body, just a little thought. This body is like an expensive Mercedes. You can call it what? You can call it Ferrari if you want. It's your body. But if one eye does not work, you are in deep trouble. And if both eyes don't work, although you have the same $5 billion body, if both eyes don't work, then you will see what problems we have. So although we have this body, please be aware of what this body consists of and how God is good to each and every one of us.
Jai Radha Madhav, Jai Kunj Bihari, Jai Radha Madhav, Jai Kunj Bihari. Sing. Jai Gopi Jan Vallabh,
Jai Gopi Jan Vallabh,
Jai Girvardhari, Jai Radha Madhav, Jai Kunj Bihari. मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर,
मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर,
मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर,
Murali Manohar Karuna Sagar.
मुरली मनोहर मुरली मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर, जय गोवर्धन दारी, जय गिरवरदारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीर पलचारी जगन्नाथ माधव जय गिरवरधारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे
गीता ध्यान ॐ पाठाय प्रतिबोधिता भगवता
नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेनागतितान् पुराणमुनिना
मध्ये महाभारतम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणे भगवते
अष्टादशाध्यायिनी
अम्बा त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते
भवद्वेषिणी
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे वेदत्वया भारततैलपूर्णा
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय
गोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
गीतामृतदुहे नमः
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो
दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः
पाठो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता
दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
देवकी परमानन्दं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
भीष्माद्रोणातता जया दता जला
गान्धारनीलोत्पला
शल्याग्राहवते कृपेण वहने
कर्णेन वेलाकुला
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णघोरमकरा
दुर्योधनावर्तिनी
श्रोतिर्ना खलु पाण्डवैरनदधे
कैवर्तकः केशव केशव
पाराशर्या वचस्सरोजममलम्
गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम्
नानाख्यानककेशरं हरिकथा
सम्बोधनाबोधितम्
लोके सज्जरशतपदैरहरः
पीयमानं मुदा
भूयद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमला
प्रध्वंसि नः श्रेयसे
मूकं करोति वाचालं
पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं
यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे
परमानन्दमाधवम्
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुता
कुर्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
वेदै सागपदक्रमोपरशिरैर्
गायन्ति यं सामगाः
ज्ञानावस्थिततगतेन मनसा
पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो
यस्यान्तं न विदुसुरासुरगणा
देवाय तस्मै नमः।
Gita chapter 5 verse 13. Sarvakarmani manasa
सर्वकर्माणि
saryasyaste sukham vashe
Samyaste sukham vashi.
navadvare pure dehe
नवद्वारे पुरे
naiva kurvanna karyanam
Naiva kurvanna
karyanam. So sarvakarmani manasa saryasyaste sukham vashe navadvare pure dehi daiva kurvan karayan. So Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, navadvare pure dehi, this body in which there are 9 holes, navadvare. So you want to know how they know there are now 9 holes? Your 2 eyes, your mouth, your 2 ears, your genital urinary system. It comes up to 9. But there's a 10th hole in the body, which is in top of your head, which is known as the fontanelle in science. In a baby's head, it's soft there. There are 2 fontanelles, an anterior and a posterior. And when that fontanelle, when the yogis die, their soul goes through this skull. So in this body that has 9 holes, Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, because each of these holes carry its own attachment to the world. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, the genital urinary system. They each carry their own attachment to the world. What you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you eat, etc. So he's saying, Sarva karmani manasa, all activities which is given up, sanyasya asti, which is all activities that the individual do when is controlled in nature and mentally renounce all actions. When the person mentally renounces all actions, in this body where there are 9 holes or 9 cities, as they're called, this embodied soul never gets attached. It's always free. Or whenever we do something, and we always want to be praised about it, which I talked about this morning, and to recap what I said this morning, that we believe in God as Brahman, as the person that has, as the creator who has no form whatsoever. He's our creator, and if we believe in that, and we must try to get knowledge, improve our knowledge, focus our restless mind, and when our mind becomes pure with the action of good karma, our mind, why is it not on the, did you press it? You press that? So it can go on the screen? You didn't do that. Was it there? Okay. So when the mind becomes impure, and you make it pure, when it's restless, and you can make it restful, I show you all the methodologies that life will be worth living. We are going to do Hanuman Chalisa quickly.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
रघुपति के लिए बहुत बधाई सरकाधिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद सारद सहित ईशा
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
यम कबीर कपाल चाहते
कवि को भी कई सके कहाँ से
शुभ उपकार सुख वही लीला
राम मिलाए राज पर दीना
वरो मंजन भीषण माता
लंकेश्वर भई सब जग जाना
युग सहस योजन पर भानो
लील्यो ताई मधुर फल चानो
प्रभु मोदिका मेरे मुख भाए
चरणी लाखी गई अचरज नाई
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते
सुगम अनुग्रह हमरे देते
राम द्वारे तुमर कवारे
होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे
सब सकल है तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक का हूँ को डरना
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
आपन तेज समारो अपन
तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे
भूत पिशाच निकट रही आवे
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे
राशय रोग हरै सब पीरा
जपत निरंतर हनुमत पीरा
संकट से हर बार छुड़ावे
मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे
संपर राम तपस्वी राजा
तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे
सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे
चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है परसिन जगत उजियारा
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे
असुर कदर राम दुलारे
अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता
असवर दीन जानकी माता
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा
तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे
जन्म
अंतकाल रघुवर पुर जाए
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई
और देवता चेतन धरई हर मत से ही सर्व सुख करई
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हरे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
संकट कटाए मिटाई सब पीरा
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बल बीरा
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई
छूते मति महासुख होई
जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा
होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ जय महादेरा
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान ओ सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान
तराई संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता से जय बसव सुरभूप
सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
पौरसुत हनुमान की
Jai.
Today's Piti Bhoj is sponsored by Pandit and Mrs. Lalman Sharma. So today is Srimati Rajday Sharma's 84th, not today, was a Friday. So can you please come up? Where are the children? Are you all sitting there or they're coming up?
Yeah, they're coming.
They're still sitting there? Sita looks like she's in a different world. Anyway, so we'd like to congratulate them. But this, I don't see. Okay. Yeah.
बार बार दिल ये गाए तुझियो हजारों साल मेरी आरज़ू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे डियर चाची हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू बार बार दिन ये आए बार बार दिन ये गाए तू जियो हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे डियर चाची हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू
Pandit Lalman has been my father's godchild for a very, very long time. Was that? Oh, when is his birthday? Oh, June. Yes, that's his birthday then. So it's their 60th wedding anniversary. So we'd like to congratulate them. Pandit Lalman has been my father's godchild for a very long time. And what a faithful godchild he has been to my father. He used to come to our home, and my mother used to cook plantain for him and give him tea and everything to drink. And so, you remember the good old times? Right. There you are. Anyhow, so we'd like to congratulate him again. And he has been a pandit here for so many years in this country. He was one of the first Guyanese pandit from Guyana to have come to Canada. He was in Montreal at that time, and then he came, and so many people, he has done their puja for them until other pandits came, and he work get divided, but he still got a lot of puja. He's 88. Did I hear you? Okay. Give a mic like talk. You want to talk. Just, you got what, 30 seconds. Because you know you want to talk long. 30 seconds.
Yes. I was 8 years old when I christened with my guru, the father of doctor of my god brother. And I love that guru just like my father. When he goes to do puja, I go with him in the estate. When he finish eating, I take part in his thari and eat in my guru. This is how we had that love, and we were uniting like real son to him, and he was like a real father. And today's service that I listened to my god brother, it was one of my guru desire for him to be like that today on this Singhasan. Wherever his soul is, will feel happy.
30 seconds up. Go on. Okay, okay. The 30 seconds is up. Well, let's give him a big round of applause. Yes. Tomorrow is Pradosh. Pradosh is today, but we're going to do it tomorrow. I do Pradosh, it's Sobar, and Shravan Mas is very important. Next.
Wow.
Can you put it up? Next, please. Okay. Sunday, August 27th, is the last Sunday of this this month of Shravan. So we are going to do Rudra Abhishek at 9:15. Those who would like to participate, please give your names. The Havan will be done outside. We have a few Havan areas set up for those who would like to come. At 11 o'clock, we'll do Rudra Havan. Next. Ayurveda on the 28th of August, there's someone coming to talk Ayurveda. The flyers outside, Katak Parvati. Purnima and Satyanarayan Katha is on Wednesday, August 30th. That day is Raksha Bandhan. Vishnu Mandir invites you all to the first in Canada. I was there this morning at Guru Temple, where the Swamiji was doing a typical Vedic Havan, when you get the Arya Samaj tradition, that's what he does. So he'll be part of that, and it is on Monday, September 4th, 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. He goes Sam Ved Havan, 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Those who would like to take part, please contact Pandit Bhoj. Krishna Janmashtami is on Wednesday the 6th. August? Yes. Shobha, that's, okay. So we are going to close now with Sitaram, and then...
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram kahiye.
चाहे विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रहिए
मुख में हो राम नाम, राम सेवा हाथ में।
तू अकेल नहीं प्यारे राम तेरे साथ में
विधि का विधान जान, हानि लाभ सही।
चाहे विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि सर्जन तुम्हें विश्व करता, तुम्हें विश्व ज्योति में हो प्राण भरता, तुम्हें काल के काल हो शक्तिधारी, स्वीकारो स्वयं वंदना अब हमारे, दया धर्म की मन में ज्योति जगाओ, जीवन पंथ मेरा प्रभु जगमगाओ, हरो पाप मेरे भरो भाव भक्ति, मुझे नाथ दो अपनी तुम दिव्य शक्ति, मुझे मोह माया के सागर सितारो, मेरे काम और क्रोध को नाथ मारो, अहंकार मेरा हरो शक्ति दाता, अहंकार मेरा हरो शक्ति दाता, मेरा कोटि कोटि हे वंदन विधाता, मेरा कोटि कोटि हे वंदन विधाता।
महादेव
ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे, भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट
क्षण में दूर करे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जो जावे
जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सब संतन की जय, सब भक्तन की जय, सब तीर्थन की जय, सब आचार्यन की जय, अपने अपने गुरुदेव भगवान की जय, अपने अपने माता पिता की जय, धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का नाश हो, प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो, विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव
शंभो